years ago, I hit my peak weight. The thing that hit me was when I started snoring when I sleep. It bothered my wife because I never used to snore. It got so bad that she said, oh, I must let her sleep first. Or she couldn't sleep and then she would sleep in a separate room. So I didn't like that lah. I went to see ENT and everything, and then ultimately he said, unless you want to do surgery, I don't think there's anything else to do.
Welcome to Move the Needle podcast, where leaders, entrepreneurs, and everyday heroes reveal the real stories behind their health and fitness journey. Join me and welcome Tim Tiah.
Thank you. Hi. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about who you are at work, business, and life.
I'm a father of two. I have two kids, like 10 and 12 years old. I'm married to quite well-known influencer. Her name is 4'9". Together we run a business called Colony, which is a luxury co-working space in KL, and we also have a mass market brand called Jerry, and we also have an F&B arm called Dough by Mac that we bought over last year. And accidentally started this granola brand under this Dough by Mac 3 months ago, and now it's like doing really, really well.
For the longest time, everyone has known you as that guy who co-founded a business, Nap Nang, that went listed in Singapore, and then you have Colony co-working space that really changed the game in the co-working space industry. But then I would say a lot of people probably are not aware of what has happened to Tim Tiah in the last 12 months. From going for a walk, like endless walks every day almost on your stories, to then suddenly become, the guy that lifts weights in the gym. I remember there was a point where I kind of wish that you knew the benefit of weightlifting, but then the timing wasn't right, obviously. Somehow everything changed. What happened to you and what happened for you?
Actually, I've always been like very active for the past 15 years of my life. Like I'm always running. I've done marathons before. I've done cycling, like century rides. I play sports and everything. I'm always exercising like multiple times a week. But still, I think about a few years ago, I hit my peak weight in spite of all the exercise.
How much was it?
78, 79 kg.
And you are
I'm
100?
170 cm. Right, and I think that's when and I think the thing that hit me was when I started like snoring when I sleep, and it bothered my wife because I never used to snore.
Wow.
And then I went to see ENT and everything, and then the ENT actually just said I can do some surgery. I did everything else, no spray and everything, but ultimately he said unless you want to do surgery, I don't think there's anything else to do. And of course, some people say, and I don't know how scientifically backed this is, weight gain leads to snoring. It got so bad that she said, oh, I must let her sleep first, or she couldn't sleep and then she would sleep in a separate room, or I would go sleep in a separate room. So I didn't like that lah. But I decided, okay, I'll just try lah. So I started a slow journey of losing weight, by doing more exercise, trying to like watch my eating, cut carbs, and all this kind of stuff. I think it's only about 6 months ago when I joined Move. And you know me, right? I was very reluctant to do it.
Yes.
Because I hate weightlifting. I find it very boring. I dread it. Like tomorrow, I'm coming here, right? I hate it. But it's made better for me. Number one, because I can do it with my wife. So it's something it's a social element. And number two is that we get along with our coach. So it's like, it's like hanging out kind of thing, and that takes away some of the boredom versus me going to the gym and pumping iron on my own. Over time, the benefits I saw from strength is really much more than what I had expected when I signed up. I used to get injured like wrists and elbow or ankles and all that, But then I started doing all the strength training and I wanted to kind of reduce it, and ultimately it's really helped a lot. Any occurrence of injury is a lot less than what it used to be.
Right.
And I'm also like very quick around the court now. Maybe off of the lunges and all that, that I do. But, I'm very, very fast around the court, very, very responsive lah. And I think it's all really got to do with strength training. And that has really helped. Now I don't snore anymore. Beyond that, I think it's like you mentioned that also. I remember you talked once about like how it affects everyday life. And I begin to see that. Before, like when I want to carry stuff around the house, if it's heavy, I always think twice about shit, I might hurt my back here or some shit like that. But now I'm like, okay, never mind, I just like doing a squat and I just carry stuff, right? And I do it confident that, it's not difficult. Again, I've always been active. The only difference in the past 6 months is that I do strength and I watch my diet a lot more. I make sure I hit my macros. So I still eat damn lot of carbs because I work out a lot. But I watch my macros and I watch my fiber on top of my macros, and I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking for 6 months, you know.
Whoa, okay.
4-5 months maybe.
All right, so before we get to that, I think there's a lot to unpack, the stop drinking part, because over the last, when I was a coach, I would have clients coming to me, they say they have to entertain clients, they have no choice. Okay, fair. But then somehow along the way, they had a choice to stop drinking, right? So yes, Tim, what actually changed? I mean, you know, the craving for that weekend alcohol, sometimes it's just so hard to resist, and especially when you have friends that drink, right?
Yeah. So when I go out with friends, I will just drink soda water now. And they will drink whatever. And we'll still split the drinks. I'll still pay for the alcohol, my share of the alcohol, even though I don't drink. I can drink. There's no harm drinking. It's just that, right, you can drink like some, it's just that whenever I think of the drink, it's like 80 calories for a whiskey. And if I have 3, it's like 200 calories. Would I rather have like a tablespoon of peanut butter? I would rather have a tablespoon of peanut butter. Or I'd rather eat something for that 200 calories than that empty calorie of alcohol. Right? So for me, it's not that I say I don't want to drink at all, but for me, it's like, just don't, the trade-off is just not worth it for me. I'd rather eat the calories. But it has affected me in a way. Like I do definitely have much less fun when going out for drinks with friends.
Okay.
Significantly less fun. My friends find me a lot more boring. And as a result, I end up being a bit more antisocial and stop going out as much because less reason to go out, you know. And yeah, to entertain and all that. But so far, I managed to resist drinking, you know.
Was there any time when you really just say, hey, look, I'll just have one, and then you had 2, then you have 3?
Oh no, I had like 1 maybe, like just sip here and there, you know, like okay, just maybe you can add up to like 1. You know, but nothing like what I used to do. Last time, like we used to just down drinks, play drinking games and all that shit, you know.
Okay.
I can't imagine if that probably like 500 calories or something like that, and just on drinks alone. Would it be 500 calories? Yeah, it would be 500 calories, you know. Or...
So for the listeners who are watching and struggle to really just have 1 glass or have none at all, what do you think would be the best way for them to slowly wean off alcohol, you know, for the better health and fitness?
You know what's funny? It's not even alcohol. I don't even drink soft drinks unless it's Coke Zero or something.
Right.
Because it's the same thing. I just rather not drink the calories. You know, so I'd rather drink soda water or empty calories. I don't mind Coke Zero lah. I know it's empty calories, right?
So for your friends that say, hey Tim, you're getting a bit boring, and then you are going out less, you know, how has that affected your life or your business?
Honestly, I feel like alcohol at times made me like give me a lot of joy. Like it made me like really enjoy some of these outings with friends and everything. And I've totally lost that. There's a trade-off in everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right, I've got an extreme end of not drinking. You don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I just don't feel like doing that, you know?
Right.
Like when I was losing weight, right, I went from 79 and then I went down to as much as 63 kg, you know? But now I'm about 66, 67 now. Now I'm bulking up a bit now because I was way too skinny. And my calorie deficits can be 500 to 1,000, minimum 500 a day to 1,000, which I then learned was actually a bit too extreme, you know? So you really don't have to do that, but I'm just like that. I'm just very intense. If I do something, I'm like, I just take it to the extreme, which is sometimes not healthy.
Got it. So your children, have they noticed any changes? Like, did they give you any remark, comments like, Daddy, you're trying so hard, what are you trying to be? Or like, were they very supportive?
They used to call, they still call me fatty and make fun of me fat and everything, you know what I mean? And my wife still calls me Fats, right? And that's a nickname for over a long period of time. But, you know, I always tell them, see, I'm not fat anymore, you know? Don't even have a belly anymore. I would say I had a six-pack, I don't anymore. You know what I mean? I think that now I have like a borderline outline of abs, but
Okay.
I think my body fat has gone up because of all the bulking, which sucks, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think I look healthier than I did then when I had six-pack because I was too skinny, I felt. Now at least I have a bit more bulk, yeah.
Yeah. Any sort of inspiration that you managed to, you know, pass on to the people around you, your kids, your co-workers?
Amelia, right?
Yeah.
Apparently she told my coach Jay, what do you do with Tim? You know, like within a few months, what happened? What happened to him, you know? And I come with some friends who bumped me here and they're like, hey, I want to be like that, you know, or like you've lost a lot of weight. And I think as a result, I do look younger. Also because I have less weight. Before I was more rounded. For me, the real benefits was just being healthier. Even small things like I used to get sick more often. I think now I don't even get sick. I don't even know how it's related.
Yeah.
But I notice I don't get sick. And even if my wife is sick, I never quarantine one. We're always like, oh, we still sleep in the same room and everything.
All right.
And touch wood lah, right? But I feel healthier.
So when it comes to work, when it comes to entrepreneurship, has
Yeah.
it changed the way you show up for them? You know, like a lot of time, a stressed out boss or a boss with, you know, body filled with cortisol and they're not filling their own cup.
Yeah.
They're trying to show up filling the cups of others.
I'm not sure if I can really differentiate the effect of physical health to mental health. You know, I mean, what people say, like if you're physically healthier, you should be mental healthier. But at the same time, it does take some mental load off me because I used to have injuries all the time. Back lah, this lah, you know, like wrist and all that. And you know, like that annoyance of that while getting about your day, that's like take a bit of a toll on you lah.
Yeah.
You know, but can I say that it has clearly like rejuvenated my mental health?
So basically, you know, the fact that you are able to take some mental load
Yeah.
from not getting injured too easily,
Yeah.
that you're able to go out there and do what
Yeah.
you need to do, playing pickleballs, and then, you know,
Yeah.
go on to live your life. I think that's been, you know, really, even that is amazing because why? A lot of people think fat loss or going to the gym is all about just losing the first 5 kg or
Yeah.
building big muscles, right? But then if all that did was that,
Yeah.
how amazing would that be?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm also learning to appreciate strength, right? Rather beyond just aesthetics and what you can look, but the strength, you know. I was just asking my Jay, like when I started, what did I used to squat or bench and all that compared now, I think it's like more than double. I think 2.5 or 3 times when I first started.
Yeah.
6 months, 5 months ago, something like that, you know. I mean, I could see like beyond wherever my aesthetics look, I can see that the strength keeps just going up as a curve. I think I bench more than my body weight now.
Wow.
75 maybe, you know.
Ooh.
I think so. I think I have to ask Jay. You know, I do move like twice a week and then I do it once at home, just like with dumbbells and everything. So I work out, I do weights 3 times a week and then I play pickleball another 2, 3 and I rest 1.
So recently I saw a video of your wife, Audrey, carrying your son.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
how much does he weigh and how much does she weigh? And the fact that she could carry him.
Yeah.
All right, can you tell us a bit more? And when you first saw that,
He
how did you
weighs
feel?
maybe about 40 over kg. 40-ish, 40 to 45. She weighs also about 40 to 45 maybe. Something around there, you know.
Okay.
So she's really literally carrying her weight. What? You know. And really my daughter now is like okay, even before, like a year ago, she asked me to carry her a certain way. And I'm like, oh no, I can't, I'll hurt my back or something like that. But now I can carry her because I know that, hey, I squat more than this, you know. So she's probably about also 35 to 40, you know. So now sometimes I just carry her now and I don't even feel a strain. I mean, this is something like, okay, so look, it's been 6 months. I still hate doing weights. I still hate it. I still dread it and everything. But I don't think I want to go back to feeling weaker.
Okay.
And I think that's what will keep me going.
Yeah.
I'm coming to the end of my first package. I'm definitely going to renew. I told my coach also, don't worry, I'm going to renew it. Because for me, it's like, I get it. Some people are just like, I got that. I got my momentum. I know what to do. I'm more or less doing the same plan over and over again. So I kind of know what to do. But at the same time, for me, it's like entertainment value. I always tell my coach, it's like more like the entertainment value of you doing it with us. And you know, he makes it easier. It helps pick up weights and everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm blessed that we can do this lah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, PT isn't super accessible. It's not that cheap, right? I was just calculating with my wife how much we spend on PT. Just us, you know, it's a few grand a month, you know, and compared to pickleball and everything, pickleball is so cheap, you know. I feel like the value it brings to my daily life, pickleball and everything is just cardio, right? But it doesn't help me with the rest of my life. I feel outside of those hours, but I think strength does.
Oh,
and I never thought I'd say this. Yeah.
Awesome. So at the gym, you know, you've done your deadlifts, squats, all that stuff. What is your favorite move and what is the one move that you hate the most?
I know, the trap bar thing. I hate that because it hurts my arms, you know.
Oh, your grips?
My grip.
Okay,
my grip,
okay.
sorry, my grip, you know.
All right.
So I hate the trap bar thing, the trap bar squat, right?
All right. Can I see your calluses?
Oh no, I wear gloves on. But
You wear
it's just-
gloves.
yeah, I wear gloves.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but even then, you know, it hurts, you know. I also hate the weighted vest push-ups. And I always hate the last set, because the last set I do failure.
Okay. Yeah.
No, actually, I don't know. I hate what I love. I love how I feel after I do it, but I hate doing it. I hate before it.
Yeah. Then that's exactly, I guess, the very same reason why a lot of people are still not doing strength training or like find it hard to keep going. And the fact that you have a bigger reason of why you're doing it, I think that's really important, right? It's always important to know why you are doing it in the first place. And the why has to be more than just looking good, losing some weight. You didn't tell us about your favorite exercise. I mean, if there was one, what is the one thing that you like the most?
I do like squats. I do like
Really?
yeah, I do like squats actually.
Are you doing squat tomorrow?
Maybe yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I can't remember.
right. Okay.
I'm very bad, right, at like remembering what weight I carry or what I'm doing. I'm just like switched off on autopilot.
Okay.
And so even when I travel, then I'll ask him to send me, hey, what weight? Then I'll go to the hotel gym and just do it myself lah. But I always forget what weight I'm on and
Okay. Look,
what program.
okay, squat is your favorite, and you actually make the commitment to do some
Yeah.
training in the hotel gym.
Yeah.
Right. That's some dedication right there, because I know even throughout my journey as a fitness trainer, there were times when I went traveling, I just did not even bother training myself in a hotel gym. Also, another reason is because they don't really have the equipment, right? But then, do you actually start looking for hotels with proper gyms these days?
Yeah. Now the gym is what I look for lah. Because when I first started, I did stay in hotels that is like Tim Tiah one lah, right? And the gym just suck ass lah, So to me it's like, no, I really need a proper gym. I've been lifting weight, I think 3 times a week for the past 6 months, travel or not travel.
Okay, when you look at hotel gyms, right, what do you specifically look for?
I think look, as long as there has dumbbells, then you're good already, right? It covers most of it, right? And so I've got that. But hotel gyms, I just like to be lazy and I just use the machines because they got so many machines, right? I just I just use the machines lah.
So what if you don't get to work out for a week? How would you feel?
That hasn't happened so far, so I can't tell how I feel.
Okay.
The habit just keeps me going one,
I see.
And I don't stop. And I've been hitting like more than double my weight in protein, even without shakes.
Shakes, yeah.
Because now I just like 3 eggs and then Greek yogurt and then like always like a lot of meat and all that. I always tend to hit it one. And if not, I'll eat like quinoa wraps and all that, everything lah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If we were to just end this podcast right now, and this is the only content we're ever going to produce at Move, what would be something that you want to share to entrepreneurs, leaders, change makers out there? What would that final message be?
Yeah, I think that look, for me, and I guess for many people, it started with weight loss at first, right? But it then evolved like wanting a better life. That's why I say I really got much more than I expected out of it. At first, I just thought it's weight loss, and I mean weight loss, I've already done it already. I've done it like months ago already, But now it's like, what keeps me going isn't weight loss, because now if I don't work out, I just know I can just keep my calories at level, and then I won't gain weight, right? But I do want that strength. And I always think that the hardest part is just starting lah. And after you get into the habit, it's just motivation gets you started, habit keeps you going.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Yeah.
And I believe also because you got real with the pain, right? Because snoring 1 month.
Yeah.
A lot of people would just be like, you know what, that's normal, my friends snore, it's normal, I'm aging, this is part of the aging process. They start to justify why they should keep snoring. But then the fact that you got real with the pain and problem, like, let me do something about it. I think that's really important. This is the very reason why we're doing this podcast, to show you not just someone who is very successful in his entrepreneurship journey over the last decade plus, but also taking charge of his health and fitness. Right? With that, I would say thank you so much, Tim. And basically, this granola is one of your ventures, latest ventures, right? Perhaps you can share with us how this fits into your macros and your daily meals, right?
Yeah. So whenever, for my macros, right? So macros are 3 things, right? Carbs, protein, and fats. Fats is always easy to hit. Protein is just hard. Carbs is damn easy lah, right? But the one thing I always found so difficult to hit is, in addition to that, is fiber. And you need fiber so you can shit and everything, right? So then what I used to do is that I use chia seeds. One bowl, I remember like one whole bowl of salad, right? Caesar salad gave me like 5 grams of fiber, and guys need like 25 to 35 grams, which I was like, I'm never gonna get there, And I don't enjoy eating vegetables. I tolerate them, but I don't enjoy them, And actually this was an accidental product. Meg came up with this first before I started my whole fitness thing. I know, actually, yeah, during, and then I tried it, and I was like, oh wow, this is pretty good, And like we bought over this company a year ago to do catering in our event spaces, and it was much more challenging than I thought. And we lost money almost for a year, And then she came up with this granola product, and suddenly the business boomed and it turned around and became profitable. You know, just because of one random product that wasn't part of the plan, you know. But when I look at the nutritional value of this product, it's really amazing because like, you know, it has like, it has a lot of fiber because it has rolled oats, it has pumpkin seeds, it has dried strawberries, or depending on the flavor lah, or actual hazelnuts lah, you know. And all this, the fiber count is very, very high. So that helped a lot. And then it has sugar. That's the downside. It has sugar, right? But the sugar level is like much lower than most of all the store-bought granola.
Oh.
And the most important thing is that it's not processed. It's all like whole foods, you know. I mean, we didn't plan this. I wish I could tell you that this is my PR story. Like, oh, I was going to fitness and then we came up with this product because it fits my fitness goals. No, it just happened. And then when I saw the nutrition label on it, I'm like, what? The dietary fiber, 100 gram of this, right, is 20, almost 21 grams of fiber, which is almost whatever we need for the day, you know.
Okay, so people can find it on Shopee and where else?
Shopee, Isitan, Cura, you can get it in Cura also. But it's always out of stock, so try to find some lah. But it's, if you can find it, then grab it lah, because it's always out of stock.
Awesome, awesome. So the fact that you brought us one of these, actually two of these, and you know, when I'm eating this, I would be always remembering your health and fitness journey. And it's been an inspiring episode. And thank you so much, Tim, for being our very first guest. No one else can take that away from you. So thank you very much for tuning in to the Move the Needle podcast. See you again.
Thank you.